Alright, I think we're good. Hopefully just don't fall on me. But I wanted to talk and I got full clothes. Yes, baby. But since I talked about my depression and stuff, I figured I'd talk about growing up as a kid. I think a lot of my problems maybe came from my environment of growing up. I mean, a lot of people would say that, you know, the way you are as a person can be the way because it could be because of how you was raised. I don't know. I've been told that, so I sometimes assume that my anxiety and stuff can call it has is because my environment. But I was also bullied in school. I got bullied all the time just for my teeth, the way I looked because I was ugly, my toes because they're deformed. I can't help that, but and my teeth, I couldn't help neither. My teeth were a lot worse than what they are now. I had buck teeth. They were awful. And plus I had big teeth at the same time, so it looked pretty bad. I mean, but that still doesn't give people the right to make fun of somebody, you know what I mean? And it's sad. And now that I'm older, I see these people that make fun of me, and in life it's not good for them. They're living a rough life, and I don't. It's sad to see because it's just. Yes, baby. Okay. Okay. Well, you guys stop. It's sad to see because people that bully kids and stuff like that, that they didn't grow up in a good environment themselves already from the start. They have low self-esteem themselves, so they want to bring other people down with them. And I hung out with a lot of boys because I didn't get along with females. I had female friends. I'm not saying I didn't, but I hung out with a lot of males, and a lot of girls didn't like it. They called me all kinds of names because of it, and I never did get to go out and date anybody. Or there was like maybe one person that my stepmom at the time, my dad and her are no longer together, but her and my dad allowed me to go hang out with, and we went to this place called a Fun Factory, and we hung out a lot. And I seen him outside of my house or school, because he didn't even go to my school, and we never did anything, you know what I mean? I was like 11, 12 at the time. I don't know. I was young. And the only people I hung out with, if I hung out with any guys, it was outside of, or not outside of school, it was in school. So I just got a name just from hanging out with guys. And my 7th grade year, that's when it really got bad. It got really bad for me. There were so many girls, just so many people I didn't even know because the school that you go to where I was at, it's like we had like, I can't even tell you how many elementary schools we had, but every 6th grader from each elementary school came to that one 7th grade school, okay? So you had kids that you've never seen in your entire life go to that school with you. And there was females there that did not like me. and I had no idea who they was. I mean, I was almost jumped my 7th grade year during break. Like, it was like a snack break type thing. But these girls, like, all got up in my face and stuff. It was really bad. It was bad. But, and I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared to fight. I was more scared of getting suspended and getting in trouble at home than I was defending myself. I was worried that I would get in a lot of trouble if I got in a fight at school and I got suspended. So I always ran away from them type of things because, like I said, I didn't want to get in trouble at home, you know. And that was just what I thought, you know, like, I don't know. That's just the way I thought. And I always felt like everything that was happening to me was my fault. I felt like I was the reason why I was being treated the way I was being treated. And then my 8th grade year, it got even worse because then I got around bigger girls that were, you know, older than me, and I didn't even know them neither. And they hated me. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I could tell you why. It was because I hung out with boys all the time, you know? I was that one girl that hung out with boys, and they didn't like it. They hated it. I don't know. I mean, I couldn't help that all my friends were guys because that was just what I preferred to hang out with because females was just too much drama. But they hated it, so it didn't go too well. My 8th grade year, there was like over 30 girls, okay, swear, I'm not even lying. There was over 30 girls, and here I was, just little tiny girl that's like this big around, and you got big old macho girls, tall girls, you got short girls that are big or skinny. I mean, there was all kinds of them. There was over 30, I can tell you. I mean, they took up the whole hallway. And then you had this one girl that was like the leader of the whole pack, I guess. And she was trying to fight me. And I know that it wouldn't turned out good if something had happened. You know what I mean? So I let them follow me the whole time. They got that one girl that was the leader. She got in my face, and I yelled at her, and I had my binders in my arms, and I pushed her, and I was like, get the F out of my face, you know, and all that good stuff and whatever. Well, I guess someone turned it into the office. Like, break had just ended or almost ended, and they turned it into the office. And we get sent to the office. Well, that girl went first, and then they pulled me into the office, and they was like, if I see you back in this office again, you're going to be suspended. And I was like, in my head, I was like, what did I do? You know, like, I wasn't the one that had this whole pack of girls following somebody saying, beat that bee's butt, you know, or that hoe, whatever, you know. And I'm just like, what am I doing wrong? I just didn't understand. And I still, to this day, I don't understand, like, how come I was getting in trouble for something I wasn't even doing? I was minding my own business, walking by myself, while I was being called names and being threatened to get beat up by a bunch of girls. I didn't understand. And it bothered me. And then I got in a lot of trouble for running away. Yes. Okay. But I got in a lot of trouble for running away. I really didn't run away. What happened was I was dating this guy, and he got in a lot of trouble. He went to like some boot camp thing, and he was out for Thanksgiving break. Well, you know, I was in 8th grade, and you get, I don't know, Guys, nothing happened that day. I met him at an elementary school. There's cameras outside, and we was just talking outside. That was all that was happening. But I had left like my stepmom's family's house because we went over there to watch the football game. It was the Alabama and Auburn football game. I left there, like I snuck away. Well, I don't need to do that because I really did sneak away. I snuck away from that area and I went and hung out with him. And then I pretty much got caught. You know, it was red-handed. I got caught. And, you know, not only did I get in trouble for that at home, but when I got to school, I got in trouble for that at school. And I'm pretty sure I got suspended from school because of it. And this was not even during school, guys, okay? Nothing happened. The guy didn't do anything to me to, you know, he was like, I want to say he was 17 at the time, and I was 15. I was 15 because at the time we was like 2 or 3 years apart. I don't know. He was older than me though, and that was a big mess. I ended up getting in trouble at school. I got in trouble at home, and I just got so tired of just like, stop, Ollie. I just got so tired of everything that was going on in my life that I come to visit my mom and stop. I come to visit my mom and I just didn't go back. Like it wasn't that simple, guys. Like, you know, I told my dad that I wasn't gonna come back home and he was gonna fight about it, you know, like, you're not going to your mom's, whatever. And I wanted to get away from everything because I just felt so like everything was against me. Everybody was against me. I didn't feel loved. I didn't feel cared about. You know what I mean? So I wanted to get away. And I moved here where I'm at now. And I've been here like since I was 15 or 16. I was 15. Yeah. So I've been here since then. And I'm now 24. And I was happy here. I mean, we ended up in some drama with my brother and a girl that he was dating at the time, and we ended up in foster care for like, I stayed. My brother ended up going back to Alabama. Guys, this is not a real tattoo, by the way. It's one of them little kid tattoos. Ollie wanted to put one on me. But, I don't forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah. Anyways, I ended up in foster care. Me and my brother did. And my brother ended up going back to Alabama because my dad had come down here, or up here, and he was going to get custody back of us. Yes. Hold on. But my dad was going to get custody back of us. But I knew I was willing to stay in foster care before I ever went back to Alabama. Because I just knew that it wasn't good for me there. You know, I wasn't happy, and I knew people hated me there. So it was like I just upped and left, you know. And then I moved here with my mom, you know, and I ended up in foster care, blah, blah, blah. And I knew I didn't want to go back because of all this. But I ended up getting back with my mom. And I don't regret ever leaving Alabama and coming here. I have no regrets. I hate where I'm at. You know, like, I don't like the part of Tennessee I'm at. Like I've said in my last video. I don't like it, but it's kind of like, it was better than where I was. You know what I mean? And my dad was very strict. You know, it was a very strict home. And I don't see nothing wrong with being a strict parent, but I feel like sometimes you should give your kids lenient, you know, like A kid's gonna be a kid. And I was the opposite child. Like, you tell me not to do it, I'm gonna do it. That was just how I was. I don't know why, but if you tell me to do it, I might do it, maybe. You're giving me that option, so I might. Well, my mom was not a strict parent. She was more, she would even tell you she's more of a friend than a mom. And my mom wasn't hard on me, and I felt like she gave me that option to be who I wanted to be. And it was like a relief of freedom that I felt. I was like, so I'm able to do anything I want to do right now. My mom probably would not agree to it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying like that, but I don't think, I don't feel like my mom would have, like, I'm trying not to get into too much details here. But anyways, I just knew that I could be myself. And I was able to be myself. I felt like if I was being messed with at school, because I had a problem with one girl at school, and I stood up for myself, and it felt good. I felt like I was somebody, you know, like, Sierra, you can stand up for yourself, you know, you're not scared. You was just scared of what was going to happen when you got home. And I felt like I could be myself, and I could defend myself, and it felt really nice to be able to defend myself, and I was happy about it. And then I got in a relationship with Sway, and our relationship moved fast. But you know, sometimes things happen for a reason, you know, and I was almost 17 when me and him got together. I'm now 24. And he's just a lot older than me, but we kept that on a hush-hush because we knew that if anybody found out, he would be in trouble for the age gap, you know. And I just didn't want people to take my happiness away. And I was happy with Sway. I was happy that I was able to be myself around him and stuff like that. And I actually had like this actual relationship, you know, and it just felt good, you know. And I just didn't want nobody to mess it up. So I kept it like a big secret. And then when I turned 18, I let it be known. And you know, some people already knew and some people didn't, and I don't think anybody found it a surprise at all whatsoever that he was older. And you know, a lot of people judge somebody for being with a younger person when they're older, and nobody really called, you know, Sway any names for being with a young girl. Guys, honestly, we was supposed to be nothing. Like, we was just gonna be friends, and we just hung out a lot, and we ended up just liking each other. I don't know, things happen. But you know, sometimes people feel like older men take advantage of younger girls, and they're not good. And I'm not saying that that's not true, because that is totally true. There's men that take advantage of younger girls, but you can't judge all men for being that way, you know. But I have not had drama here in that type of way like I did in Alabama. So it was nice to feel that relief. And I knew that my mom gave me that lenient, that not such a strict parent, and let me be who I chose to be. And it was nice because I feel like who I am today, I wouldn't been that in Alabama.
Take me away from home. Show me all the places I've never known. And we'll chase the night, race all of these broken dreams in flight. And we'll fly